and arranging them into something magnificent. There seems to be some natural force in life. Wherever the thing that I was reading said, wherever you find things arranged in a way where there's low entropy, like so that they're arranged in really amazingly precise ways, that's
where the beauty is.
That's where life is. That's an intrinsic relationship between arrangement and life.
But that's where the work was done.
Pardon me?
So things tend to gravitate to disorder unless you actually do work. I like to have a nice garden, but it requires me to weed. And when I don't weed, I don't have a nice garden, but it's a forever job to get it back.
In a way, yes. Yeah. But not when you're working with the tremendous force in your mind. Once you learn to arrange your thoughts on the right track, it creates those grooves, and it still stay on that track. Just like we've created the grooves in the mind to be on the track of powerlessness, it's a reflex thing. So you need to have a default thinking pattern that will stay on that particular track. Like I've given the examples, suppose you were a hairdresser, and that's your passion, to be a hairdresser. Wherever you go, you will notice people's hair by default. If you're a fashion designer, you'll notice people's clothes. You won't notice their hair so much. And if you're an architect, you'll notice buildings. So if you're a student of life, and you really make that your passion, personal growth and learning, then by default you'll translate things in a bright way. No, but the weeding will be required in the beginning stages. But once the mind is set in the right groove, free sailing. That's what your habits can either bind you or they can free you. You can have the habit to think elegantly and flow elegantly in the world, or you can learn to think in a narrow groove and limit yourself.
Can I just ask, how do you develop this habit except by practice every day?
Yes, dear, yes. You go to art college, for instance, or you should see how musicians train, or artists train, or a theater student trains, or a dancer trains daily. You know, daily, practicing the same scales, doing the same movements, till it becomes a reflex. How do you perfect anything without the practice? Practice golf once in a while and you will never be a great golfer. Practice it day in and day out with passion and you will become a great golfer. So same with life. If you can't switch personal growth and learning on and off, it has to be a default mode in your perception.